Hi, everyone. This is Michael Balesta. I will talk football at the end, but first we'll recap the week for the Cavaliers thanks to the NBA app. Tuesday was about as complete a game as the Cavaliers could hope for as they beat the Hornets 113 to 89. They led by as many as 25, holding a double-digit lead since the latter stages of the opening quarter. Cleveland had a 46 to 25 edge in defensive rebounds. They made 54% of their three-point attempts. They were able to protect the lead despite committing 19 turnovers. As for the individual statistics, Jordan Clarkson had a game-high 24 points, going 9 of 15 from the field. Not surprisingly, Tristan Thompson was excellent on the glass. He finished with 21 boards to go along with 11 points. Rodney Hood and Colin Sexton combined for 32 points. J.R. Smith added 13, while David Nwamba had 11 in the victory. Jeremy Lamb led the Hornets by scoring 22. Wednesday, the Cavs came back down to earth in Washington, D.C., losing 119 to 95 at the hands of the Wizards. The game was the opposite of Tuesday. Washington built a lead in the first quarter and extended it in the second quarter, never looking back. Cleveland kept the game in single digits in the early stages of the first and second quarters, but giving up 41 in the opening frame and 32 the following 12 minutes was too much to overcome, reflecting poorly on their defense on the night. Cleveland was cold from the three-point arc at 19%, and the turnover number was 23. The bright spot was Sexton, who scored 24 points. Clarkson and J.R. Smith could not find the touch as they were a combined 7 of 24 shooting. Nwamba had 11 points. Andrew Harrison, Larry Nance Jr., and Hood each got 10. 5 Wizards reached double figures in scoring as Bradley Beal led with 20. Things did not get any better, even with a 4-day layoff between the Washington and Detroit games. The Pistons got a lead of at least 10 points late in the first quarter, and they coasted to a win, even though the Cavs made the score respectable late as they fell 113 to 102 on the second game of the road trip. Sexton was good in this game as he put in 18 points. Clarkson added 16. Zeddy Osman and Thompson finished with 10, while Hood scored 12 points. The day belonged to Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond and Reggie Bullock, as they were responsible for 65 of Detroit's point total for the game. Reggie Jackson and Ish Smith were also effective. The Cavaliers were out-rebounded 50 to 36. They were also on the wrong side of the assist tally at 26 to 16. Cleveland did take better care of the ball with just 9 turnovers, but they fell to 2 and 13 on the season. The Cavs will welcome in LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on national television. The day after Thanksgiving, Cleveland will visit the Philadelphia 76ers. Then the following night host the Houston Rockets. Both games tip off at 7:30. The Minnesota Timberwolves will be the 10th home game of the season for the Cavaliers, to be played Monday at 7. There was a notification on my iPad today from radio.com that said, according to the fan in Cleveland, that the Cleveland Cavaliers announced that J.R. Smith will no longer be with the team. Cavs most likely looking at a trade or buyout with Smith. So that's what it said. On the gridiron, though the Browns were off, it was nice to hear Scott Graham, the voiceover guy from NFL Films, talking about Nick Chubb's performance last week against the Falcons. They showed him in slow motion scoring a touchdown during commercials while games were in action this past Sunday afternoon. So that was very pleasant from this Cleveland fan's point of view. The Ravens beat the Bengals Sunday 24 to 21, allowing things to get tighter for second place in the AFC North standings. Both teams went to 5-5. Meanwhile, Jacksonville was unable to hold on to a 16-0 lead at home against Pittsburgh, so the 7-2-1 Steelers are now 2.5 games up in the division, and they hold the second seed in the conference going into Week 12. 3-6-1 Cleveland is 4 back of the lead as they get set to resume play. The Browns will take their 5th-ranked rushing offense to Cincinnati Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 14 days after beating Atlanta. Former head coach Hugh Jackson is now working for the Bengals, so that will be a talking point this week for the media in Ohio. As I mentioned before, it would be nice to see this team become the ones that no one wants to play. Be hot and leave an imprint for next season. The Browns have some tough games ahead against the Texans, Panthers, Broncos, before a second meeting against Cincinnati, and then Baltimore on December 30th to finish 2018. I think the Saints are still the team to beat. I feel that way felt that way prior to and following last night's Kansas City Chiefs Los Angeles Rams contest, one in which the Rams were 54-51 winners. New Orleans dismantled Philadelphia, last year's Super Bowl winners, who look anything but contenders at this point. Quarterback Drew Brees continues to play at a high level. The offense is very balanced, and the defense continues to create takeaways. I think they would beat the Rams a second time in the Superdome in a postseason game, which would most likely be the NFC Championship. And I think they would take apart Kansas City's defense. If they were to end up representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. The game last night reminded me of the 51-45 Browns win over the Bengals in the second week of the 2007 season, the year Cleveland went 10-6, as there were a plethora of touchdowns in that game, just like Monday's fixture at the Los Angeles Coliseum. In the AFC standings, the Kansas City leads the West at 9-2, holding the inside track towards home field advantage despite Monday's wild result. The Chiefs have a bye this week. After Pittsburgh is New England in the East at 7-3. The Patriots share the same record as Houston, the latter of whom have now won 7 straight games. The South-leading Texans, because of their Week 1 loss to New England, are in the 4th spot. 3 other teams besides Cincinnati and Baltimore own a 5-5 record that includes Indianapolis, Tennessee, and Miami. In the NFC, the West-leading Rams are 10-1, and like Kansas City, will have the next week off. New Orleans, the South leaders at 9-1 for now, are second in the conference, but have the head-to-head win against Los Angeles from 2 Sundays ago. Chicago is third at 7-3, leading the North, with East leading Washington fourth at 6-4. Carolina, in 6 up and 4 down, occupies the first wild card spot, with 5-4-1 Minnesota currently possessing the 6th and final playoff spot. Dallas and Seattle each have won and lost 5 games, both just on the outside looking in, with still 6 weeks of regular season football left. Those notes were courtesy of the NFL app. The North Texas Browns backers will meet at Fox and Hound in Dallas this Sunday. Kickoff is at noon Central Time. Fox and Hound is located on the Midway and Bush Tollway, so please be sure to bring your family and friends. There have been good turnouts this season, so please come on out. Also, please check out the Facebook group North Texas Browns Backers page and hit the like button for the latest updates there. There are many Browns Backers Club locations around the Metroplex, so please search to find the Browns Backers Club closest to you, or do an internet search to find a location if you are outside of North Texas. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbolesta2, as in the number 2, blog.wordpress.com. So http://www.mjbolesta2blog.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter at mjbolesta2 and on Facebook at Michael Bolesta. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Bolesta II, Roman numeral 2. God bless. Have a great week and be safe. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, and bye for now.